Holy shit! The People versus O.J. Simpson. For those of you who do not know what this TV miniseries is on FX, if you don't know what it's about, have you been living under a rock for the last 20 years or something? Sorry, I turn to Mark Wahlberg when I get a little angry. But for real, if you do not know who O.J. Simpson is and what this whole miniseries is about, I don't know what you've been doing, but this was huge news back in the 90s, and I remember it vividly as a little kid, even knowing this is something really big that's happening, even though I didn't really understand what was really happening. As a kid, I remember watching this case. I remember watching the footage of the police chasing the Ford Bronco down the freeway. I remember all that stuff. I remember the verdict when that happened, the outcry, the craziness that happened with O.J. Simpson. But I didn't really understand and grasp the entire thing. I didn't know what went into the case. I didn't know the evidence. I didn't know what the cops thought. I didn't know what the lawyers thought. I didn't know the behind the scenes stuff that maybe most adults might have known back in the day because I was just a kid. This mini-series brings that to the forefront so you can see the behind the scenes of what really happened with this whole OJ case. This first episode was phenomenal. It was so good. I was enthralled the entire time watching this show. If you don't know who OJ Simpson is, I will be very nice because I'm a really nice guy and I will explain it to you right now. OJ Simpson, his name is OJ, but that stands for Orenthal James. What kind of a name is Orenthal? Like, it sounds like a white guy back in like the 1800s, smoking a pipe. My name is Orenthal James Simpson. O.J. Simpson was a former football player. He played for USC, the college. He was one of the greatest running backs in the history of football. Not only did he go to USC, he played for the NFL and he played for the Buffalo Bills, and he also played for the 49ers. What the hell, dude? As a 49er fan, that just makes me like, ah! Okay, I got it out. This guy was not only a football star, he was a movie star. Was in a few movie roles. Most notable, the Naked Gun movie with Leslie Nielsen. He had a role in that. People in LA knew who O.J. Simpson was, and they respected him. A lot of people thought of him as a really good guy, but really, behind the scenes, you could tell this guy he's not a nice guy at all. He's not a good guy. You could just tell. And then one morning, someone stumbles upon his ex-wife's house, Nicole Brown Simpson, and finds her dead, murdered on the floor out in the front yard. Her and also Ronald Goldman, who was somebody that she was seeing at the time. Obviously, one of the first people you're going to think to would be the husband or the ex-husband. Of course, OJ being the name that he is, the cops are going to go try to find him. This whole series is about the entire fiasco that happened in the 90s with OJ, from when they accused him of the crime, to the chasing of him down the freeway in the Ford White Bronco, and to the court case and the verdict. This show will cover all of that. And this first episode, like I said, was awesome. There was evidence found on his property, and he did not go to jail right away. That is the type of star power O.J. Simpson had back in these days. It showed the character of O.J. Simpson, played by Cuba Gooding Jr. He does an awesome job playing O.J. Simpson. When I first heard of the series, I was thinking like, Cuba Gooding, he's a good actor, but I don't see him as O.J. He's playing O.J., and he's doing a great job of making me believe that he is O.J. Obviously, you know the name Kardashian with the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and Kim Kardashian, Kourtney, Khloe, all those Kardashians. What most people don't know is how they got famous is pretty much through this thing right here. The three Kardashian sisters, their father, Robert Kardashian, he was one of the lawyers and one of O.J. Simpson's best friends for the last 25 years up until this case. Robert Kardashian is played by David Schwimmer. Yes, David Schwimmer from Friends, and he actually does a really, really good job acting in this show. And not only does he do a good job acting, but he looks a lot like Robert Kardashian. Another notable actor in the show is John Travolta. His acting in this show is phenomenal. At first, you're like, wow, he looks really weird. He's got a lot of makeup on, his eyebrows are really bushy, he's got bald spots on his hair. But once you watch him for a few minutes, you forget that it is John Travolta. John Travolta plays the character of Robert Shapiro, one of the head lawyers in the OJ case who represents OJ. You can tell that OJ Simpson was a very, very unstable person from this performance by Cuba Gooding Jr. 1 second he's going nuts and yelling, the next second he's crying, the next second he's all zoned out asking, "I want to talk to mama." He's obviously got a few screws loose. OJ had an extremely, extremely bad temper. It was really bad. 1 second this guy is perfectly fine, the next second he's just yelling, "Man, where is my food? Where's the burgers? I thought someone was bringing me the burgers. Then they got the juice in handcuffs. I was in cuffs for just 5 seconds. They got me on the TV, making me look like I did this. I didn't do this. I didn't kill her. I didn't kill my wife." Dude's going nuts. It's actually, honestly, it's kind of funny, but it's a great performance put on by Cuba Gooding Jr. O.J. Simpson, even back in the day, he beat his wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, when they were married. Her face was all jacked up, Rihanna style. And he got away with it. It's unbelievable what this guy got away with. Not only that beating that he put on his wife, but what I believe is that he murdered his wife. Still not known to this day, really, but I believe it. Not only does it show OJ's side of things, it shows the other side of things. The lawyers that are going against him in this case. It shows their struggle with his star power getting in the way of making sure he is guilty for this heinous crime. And of course, the ending of this episode is him driving off in that Ford Bronco for one of the best chases in American history. I cannot wait to see that on the next episode. I cannot wait to see what happens. I want to see and I want to learn more of the behind the scenes stuff that happened with this case. And I am extremely, extremely excited to watch this show. So guys, did you watch the first episode of The People vs. O.J. Simpson? Have you seen it? Do you want to see it? I really think you should. If you have seen it, comment below. Let me know your thoughts. And always, until next time guys, make like a tree and get out of here.